Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the Kehillah Theater Showcase. We are so glad you could all make it.
I'm Roni.
And I'm Layla.
And we are the producing student directors for Kehillah. This is the first ever performance put on by our student-led theater department, but we could not have gotten here on our own.
We want to thank Ms. Eidelman and Dr. Pellant, our lovely theater advisors, Ms. Riddle, Mr. Romero, and Sal for helping us through this process, and Ms. Carberry and the rest of the administration for taking a chance on us and allowing us to have this opportunity. We are so grateful to you all.
Without further ado, your host, Mr. Linden.
Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. I'm so excited to be hosting this event for all of you. When the directors came to me and asked me to do this, I was so flattered. And they did kindly and respectfully ask me not to make too many bad puns this evening, but I frankly have very little willpower when it comes to that. So I will do my best, but no promises. If you want to take a look at the program that's going to accompany this show, you can see it in the YouTube chat or on the Kehillah website. We also ask that you use the chat respectfully and just use it to give applause or kudos, that kind of thing during the show. so that it's a supportive place for all of our performers. So let's get things underway. We are starting off the night with Chloe Zeldin singing Blinding Lights by a band desperately in search of their missing E, The Weeknd.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you could show me how to love, baby. I'm going through withdrawals, and you don't even have to do too much. You could turn me on with just a touch, baby. Oh, since city's cold, it's empty. No one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, and when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, 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 hey. I'm running out of time, so I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold, it's empty. No one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Oh, and I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. And I'm just walking by to let you know I can never say it on the phone. I'll never let you go this time. And I said, ooh, oh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
All right, let's give it up again for Chloe singing Blinding Lights. A blindingly good performance and a singer to keep your eye on. Any way you slice it, an impressive pupil here. I'm surprised she's not surrounded by a retina of people at all times applauding her performance. I could make more puns, but I'm afraid they would only get cornea. Well, speaking of even worse puns that I could make, the next song is appropriately Ella Brutman singing There Are Worse Things That I Could Do from the oiliest show out there, everyone's favorite lubricant Eastern Mediterranean country and movie that inexplicably ends with a flying car, Grease.
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good, I suppose it could be true. But there are worse things I could do I could flirt with all the guys, smile at them and pat my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I'd never do. I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away. Got a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry. In fact, I'll bet you never knew, but you're crying in front of you. That's the worst thing I could do.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Let's give another round of applause for Ella with that song from Greece. That was fantastic. And during that number, I was informed that the request, or what I had thought had been a request to avoid puns, is actually part of the contract that I signed. And if I make any more puns, I will apparently not only be fired as the MC of this show, but fired from my teaching job here at Kehillah. So I'm going to have to be a lot more careful, it turns out. So let's bring out our next act before I say something silly. So next up is Henry Kaufman doing some improv. So let's get Henry out here. And what I want to do here is explain to you the game that Henry is going to be playing. He's going to be giving a presentation on a topic he does not know, with a presentation, a slide deck that he has never seen before. So what we need from you is to put suggestions of what kind of presentation Henry is giving. It could be a self-help presentation. It could be a health insurance company sales pitch. It could be on any topic at all. So please put in the chat what kind of ideas you would like to see Henry do a presentation on. So in the meantime, Henry, how are you feeling about this upcoming performance?
I mean, I'm kind of nervous, but excited at the same time.
Yeah, I would say I'm also feeling nervous with the revelation that I could be fired from my real adult job if I say any more bad jokes.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. I still have to have you as a teacher at some point.
That's true. I know you don't say it menacingly, but it does feel a little menacing if you're like, well, I hope that doesn't happen. I know that's not your intention, but let's see. We got a couple ideas coming in already. On Toy Story is one option. On sloths, which in Britain, I don't know if you noticed, there's some parts of Britain they call them sloths.
I did not know that.
Which I like because they're slow. Forks. There's one on the history of puns. There's one on a day in the life of a therapist. Are any of these catching your fancy, Henry? We got some great suggestions coming in.
I just saw one that you did not mention, actually. It was climbing a mountain. I think sounds very interesting. For a couple of years, actually really liked rock climbing. Fun fact. All
right. It's going to be climbing a mountain then. All right, Henry, take it away. It is all you.
All right. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation tonight. We're going to be talking about climbing a mountain. So let's go ahead and get started. So the importance of cows. Now, when you think of climbing a mountain, I don't think you typically would think of cows because they don't have much to do with it, but they are a lot to do with climbing a mountain. When you're climbing a mountain and you just run across a cow, you know it too. You actually have to be very careful when you see a cow and climbing a mountain. Cows are the dangerous animal to mountain climbers, 100% true statistically. So make sure you avoid cows at all costs, random cows that you might find on a mountain. Let's go on to the next slide here. So obviously the cow didn't know they were so important. You didn't know cows were so important either. But cows are the most important thing when climbing a mountain. The first thing you need to think about when you're climbing a mountain is, are there any cows here? If there are, turn away completely, go back. Let's see the next slide now. So this is an important quote for mountain climbers. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. And well, stairs aren't exactly the right words in this case, but you have to take the rocks. You have to go. There's no elevators. Ignore the elevators. Even if you're going in a building, mountain climbers, you have to just climb up. There's no don't take the elevator. Don't be lazy. Take the stairs. Take the rocks. Take the glass on the side of the building. Let's go on to the next slide now. So the golden equation. Blank plus blank is question mark. So let's go ahead. Let's see what's up first. Love plus Iowa equals question mark. No, mountain climbing. Love? Good questions. All good questions. But they're all really clear. If you just think about it, you have to love mountain climbing. Otherwise, you're not going to be careful. You're not going to tie your harness well. You're just going to fall, and we all know where that will happen. What will happen if you fall when you're climbing a mountain? But Iowa is very obscure. Most people don't talk about Iowa. When I'm naming states, I don't think about Iowa. In mountain climbing, you have to make sure you're grabbing every little hold for your hands and feet that you can see, even if it's an Iowa hold, as they call it, where it's something so obscure that you wouldn't think it to be a hold. It's just some little nest, or it's a little dent in the rock that you wouldn't think to be. It's a Iowa rock. Let's go on to the next. All right, so the finances. Up, up, down, sideways. When climbing a mountain, these are the only directions you really need to know. You need to make sure you can go up and up, because that's the point of climbing a mountain. But make sure you know how to go down. You don't want to go up without going down, because then you're going to be stuck up at the top of the mountain, which is not a good thing. And sideways, you don't always want to be just focused on up. You want to focus on sideways, especially if there are some cows right above you. Let's see what's up next. So up from last year, we can see up is 3.5% up from last year. Last year, statistically, mountain climbers were 3.5% less likely to go up than down than sideways, but this year it's actually increased. Interestingly enough, it's gone up 3.5% going up. Let's see what's up next. Up 100% in sales. Now, many people think this has to do with the current state of the coronavirus and everything. People are going more mountain climbing. The 100% of the sales, statistically, true fact, has skyrocketed up from 2 years ago. Now, down is gone 50% down in complaints. Now, people are going, the thing is, the real reason it's going down 50% is because people are coming down less 50%. But if it's stopping the complaints, whatever stops the complaints, as long as they don't come down to complain, then they're allowed to come down. Sideways will take us to the future. Now, do you know what won't take us to the future? Cows. And again, if there's cows above you, go sideways. We don't want to see those cows. Sideways to the future, never up to the cows. So this is an interesting bar graph that actually has a lot to do with mountain climbing. We can see there's three colors. There's 2017, 2018, and 2019. Now, what this actually is it is the amount of people who have encountered cows while rock climbing in all of these years, and then it's divided by thirds of the year. So the first is the first third, then the second third, then the third third. And we can see in 2017, especially in that third quarter of the year, a lot of people encountered cows. Now, that is why people think 2017 is the worst year that's ever happened in this whole world. I think everyone can agree with me that 2017 really sucks compared to now. But so we really don't want to be like 2017. Let's be more, as we see 2019 and the third quarter is the lowest. Let's get closer to the current. Let's stay away from 2017. Let's become as close to as we can to 2020 this year, because it's ideal. Next slide. Hang in there. Now, this has a lot to do with rock climbing, actually, because if you don't hang in there, I think, I don't have to say it, but we all know what's going to happen if you don't hang in there. That cat looks like it unfortunately may not hang in there. Maybe it accidentally saw a cow. That's probably what happened to this cat here. Next slide. Mr. Linden, though. Now, Mr. Linden, when we see his face on it, it completely changes everything. Now that cow looks strong. That cow can conquer that branch. That cat will go sideways, as we say, stop before any cows. That cat, Mr. Linden cat, featuring in the second Cats movie coming out soon. But Mr. Linden cat is the ultimate cat, the ultimate rock climber or mountain climber. So just concluding thoughts. As we've heard through this whole presentation, basically avoid cows, get as current to 2020 as we can, stay away from 2017. We want to make sure that mountain climbing is safe, fun, and avoiding cows, and as current as we can. Thank you very much for coming to my presentation, everyone.
All right, thank you, everyone. Let's give another round of applause to Henry. And if I were not fearing for my job safety, I might say something about how I was feline good about that picture of me with a cat, my head on a cat. But I won't say that because I am afraid. But I hope, just like you, you are completely, or you are very concerned about the knowledge that 3.5% more people are going up mountains than coming back down them. Must be a lot of people trapped on mountains in very dangerous situations, and I am extrememely concerned about this. But next up, we have a number that is about a situation that I think is really relatable to everyone here. Something that we've all gone through, especially in this year, 2020. Right? It's a song about the situation of a mother and daughter fleeing town in an attempt to try to save a half bat, half boy named Edgar, and wanting to move into a 3-bedroom house altogether. Something we've all experienced. So without further ado, here's Annie Pellin and Ella Brutman with 3-Bedroom House from the musical Bat Boy.
Out, time to get out, out, God, it's just rip out this cage, bend the bars of the cage and run free, no one but Edgar, you and me, gotta go find him and move on, and be gone before the dawn, go to get checkbook, car keys, passport, then goodbye, toothbrush, blankets, Daddy? No. Why? Shelly, listen to me, honey. What do you do when you blow out a tire? Trash it, some holes you'll never patch. You'll never patch? And who do you save when your house is on fire? Don't bring that guy who lit the match. So we're gonna post off this box, and we're gonna change all the locks, and we're gonna stay with my cousins a while. Then we'll get a 3-bedroom house with a white picket fence and a gun and a lawyer. So smile. Gonna get a homeowner's loan. Gonna get an unlisted phone. Gonna get away from the town gone insane. I kinda thought they would. And we'll get a 3-bedroom house. A beautiful 3-bedroom house. A portable 3-bedroom house with a great big pit bull on a chain. Okay, right, Father, you're right. Still kinda sad that my dad lost 12 marbles we can't buy for free. I'll get a brand new thing I do. And if you like for anything, I can hug this stupid ring. And we're gonna post off this box, and we're gonna front gate that locks, and we'll get away from those ignorant pigs. And we'll get a 3-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house, some plastic surgery and wigs. For who? For all of us. And Edgar will soon have a garden to lock in. His own driver's license. A car? No, a van. And Edgar will soon have 5 suits and a briefcase. A ballroom to dance in. A good dental plan. 'Cause Edgar will soon have a home. Edgar will soon have a home. Yes, Edgar will soon have a heck of a home. And we're gonna post off this box, and we're gonna front gate that box, and an electrified fence all around. Whoa. And we're gonna 3-bedroom house. A 2-bedroom house. A 3-bedroom house. Do you think Edgar will marry me? No, honey, a 3-bedroom house. 3-bedroom house in a concrete shelter 10 feet underground.
All right, let's give it up again for Annie and Ella. Fantastic performance. And again, just a relatable topic. I know that my half bat, half boy named Edgar has felt really cooped up in my studio apartment during this quarantine. So it's nice to see people dealing with the same issues that we all are. So transitioning from that number, lamenting the ills of society and pining for a hopeful future, let's transition to a song that laments the ills of society and realizes that all hope might just be lost. Next up is Roni Galloz singing I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis.
There was a time when men were kind, when their voices were soft, and their words inviting. There was a time when love was blind, and the world was a song, and the song was exciting. There was a time, then it all went wrong. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your away, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept the summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed.
Let's give it up again for Roni. Congratulations. Awesome job there. All right, moving right along. Next up, we have Anne Friedman reading 3 pieces of her original poetry. I really wanted to say something insightful about this, so luckily last night I looked up a bunch of poetry terms that I had forgotten since high school. So let's look out for some good trochees, iambs, and if we're lucky, maybe even an amphibrach. All right, here you go, Anne.
Hi, so today I'm going to be reading some poetry that I've written, and I hope you enjoy. The first one is titled Broken Shards. Before I go, there is one thing I must do. I want no need to tell you everything. You saved me from myself when life was crashing down, like the waves hitting the rocks with a gust. I was the rocks and you were my savior. Before I leave, I wish to remember how it felt to be us, invincible and unafraid, how it felt to be held and remade. Our love was a fire with hot and furious embers, but embers eventually die. Before we end, I yearn for your smile, the brightest star in the universe. It was mine. I'd do anything, even cross the seas. For you, it was worthwhile. Now darkness is creeping in. After you've left, I've left, you left me alone. I have nothing but my thoughts about us. I see no colors anymore, only darkness. The broken pieces don't fit together, and they won't. You'd need light to see where they'd go. The next one is entitled Black and White. Black darkness, hell, the end, bruises, sadness, and it ends. Broken hearts, nights at rest, barefoot gravel, failed quest. Bad days, exes, ex-best friend, barbed wire, leave and do not enter. White light heaven, the start, wisdom, smiles, and full hearts. Warmth, daylight, stars are shining, wishes, fairies, all's aligning. Wonder flowers, summer's day, weightless, stay and keep me safe. And the final one is untitled, and here it is. Alone in a world full of colors, shining bright into you, becoming you, yet no one can see you. You as me, full of colors I am, lost as the beat plays. It is my impending doom. Lose me and I lose you, a drop in nothing. You take me for granted. I am you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Anne. Congratulations, excellent work. Okay, I'm gonna do a real quiet pun because they haven't gotten mad at me in a while. I think that if I was to write poetry and read it on here, it would be a lot in verse. Okay, I don't think anyone heard that. So next up, we have a song that is either about a book in Hebrew or a feeling of security, which is something I would like to feel about my job right now, with Safer, performed by Layla Kleinberg from the musical First Date.
I know that I have issues, I face them, I swear. Think I've overcome them, then turn, they're still there. Wish that I was different, I'd like to let go. But when I try to change, there's my past saying no. Maybe it's all 'cause of dad, his new kids, his new wife. Or why not just blame mom, who's been nuts my whole life? When you felt so alone since the moment of birth, and you struggle to find your own true sense of worth, when it feels like there's no one across this whole earth to depend upon, you carry on just like you always do. 'Cause it's safer to rely on you. Oh, it's safer to rely on you. Seen a million movies, all selling true love. Fantasies I'm not sure that I'm worthy of. Caution to the wind, my heart's been on display.
Still the end result is it's not gone my way. So when I date some new guy who's a deadbeat or jerk, at least I'm not so crushed when it all doesn't work. When you once unafraid wore your heart on your sleeve, and the ones that you loved chose to just turn and leave, every day it gets harder to somehow believe you will survive, so you strive just to keep up your guard. 'Cause it's safer to hold every card. Oh, it's safer to hold every card. I feel out of control, I feel safe on the ground. I go building up walls, yet I wish to be found. A true contradiction to which I am bound. As I keep on spinning around and around, and I look at the people who've worked it all out, and I wonder why I'm still a bundle of doubt. And sometimes I wanna just stand up and shout, just commit and deal with it before your life flies by. Don't let your life fly by. But is it safer? Maybe it's safer if I don't try.
Fantastic job, Layla. Really, really great performance there. And so a slight development in this contract situation. I've been informed that after my slight indiscretion in the last introduction, someone was in fact listening, and that not only will I be fired as the MC and from my teaching job if I do it again, but somehow I'll be arrested for it. So I'm gonna really try to do my best. And the directors, am I doing okay? I'm doing a good job on this one? Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to be really serious about this next introduction. It's an Elvis song, Elvis Presley, and it's Annie Pellant singing Can't Help Falling in Love. And I'm not going to make any more jokes because I can't go to jail.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too.
A truly wonderful performance by Annie, and a comforting one for those of us who are going through, let's just say, a stressful situation in an extremely public forum. Next up, we have Rochelle Lang performing the clarinet, and she will be performing a piece by the Elvis of mid-1800s German clarinetists and oboists, Halberstadt, Germany's favorite son. You know him, you love him, the Prince of Polonaises, the Maestro of Marches and the Wizard of Waltzes, the one and only Franz Wilhelm Ferling. So this is his Etude number 7 Andantino, adapted by Cyril Rose. So take it away, Rochelle. Thank you so much, Rochelle. A fantastic performance there. And again, a thank you to Franz Wilhelm Ferling, the best name in school this night of Otak Tatishvili and Andrei Panyufnik. Now, it seems as though our evening is just about coming to a close, and at this juncture, now that I can see them unlocking the door to the locked room that I've been kept in, I feel safe to say that I have been thrilled to be your MC tonight, and though I didn't expect it to be a relief at the end of the night that I've not been extradited to The Hague to stand trial for my crimes against comedy, I feel incredibly relieved that that is the case. We're going to finish out with one final number. It is You Could Drive a Person Crazy from Company by Stephen Sondheim, as performed by Avi Khan, Roni Galaz, and Layla Kleinberg.
You could drive a person crazy. You could drive a person mad. Person make a person hazy. So a person could be had. And you leave a person dangling, sadly, outside your door, which would only make the person gladly want you even more. I could understand the person if he said to go away. I could understand a person if he acted to be gay. But wait, that a person that stimulates a person and then leaves her around is crazy. He's a troubled person. He's a truly crazy person himself. When a person's personality is personable, you should not sit like a lump. It's harder than a mad girl questionable to try to get you off of your bum. So stimulate attentive and attractive man is everything a person can wish. Returning off a person is the act of a man who likes to pull the hooks out of fish. Knock, knock, it really isn't fair. Knock, knock, I'm working on my trust. Knock, knock, a zombie's in my arms. Oh, the sweet affection, what is wrong? Where's the loose connection? How long, oh Lord, how long? Bobby, baby, Bobby, booby, Bobby, you can drive a person's body. You can blow a person's food. You make a person feel all huggy. When you make her feel the fool. When a person says they give up, send her. That's when you're good. You impersonate a person better than a zombie should. I could understand a person if he wasn't good in bed. I could understand a person if he actually was dead. Do-do-do-do. It's good of you. I love you. Will anybody ever get the juice of you? You're crazy. You're a lovely person. You're good. You can all just live after you trust me. Crazy person. Bobby's my hobby and I'm giving it up.
Thank you all so much for coming. Let's give another virtual round of applause to our wonderful performers.
And make sure to keep your eye out for some more upcoming news from the theater department, as we have some pretty exciting stuff coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.